Hi there, with me today I've got Arthur Abdulin from Sequoia ERP. This is my 49th lockdown lesson I've done now. So firstly, I just wanted to say a big hello to you, Arthur.
Good morning, thank you for having me.
No problem at all. So for those of people that are actually watching this right now that don't know who you are and what you do at Sequoia, perhaps you could just go into some detail for us, please, Arthur.
Yes, well, my name is Arthur Abdulin, and I run a software company that offers cloud-based software as a service solution that is called Sequoia ERP.
Fantastic. And what does Sequoia actually do, and how does it actually help people?
Well, we look at the business processes of our potential customers, and we detect patterns, repetitive tasks that they do, which is time-consuming and prone to errors, and we'll try to find a way to systemize all these processes, remove manual exercises, and streamline the entire operations in the organization so that they run more efficiently.
Fantastic. Thank you very much. So if we could cast our mind back to sort of March last year, a long time ago, right? At what point in time around then did you think, you're hearing this stuff on the news about some virus coming over from China? At what point did you think that this might pose a bit of a problem to either ourselves or our customers?
Philip, when I heard the first news, it was so remote to me. But when the UK government has announced the lockdowns, I saw an overnight 90% drop of all sales across a vast range of businesses that we serve. It was like a tsunami when the wave moved from the shore, and the worst was yet to come in the next few months.
Amazing. So how did that actually affect you then? How did it affect Sequoia?
The immediate effect has not been felt probably until the second month. That's when we saw just a slight dip in number of licenses that businesses had used, most likely due to putting on hold some of the employees, allowing them an extra holiday. So they switched off the licenses, probably because they wanted to reduce their costs as well. And I was on the assumption that, if our businesses have seen the loss of sales for about 90% across the sector, I thought, wow, is it going to affect us? That was the open question to me. And as it turned out, things weren't as bad, as I will be happy to share with you a little bit more as we speak.
Good. So sort of how did you adapt to the immediate changes that COVID brought along for us all?
Well, we've been, as an efficient company, both from the financial and the operations point of view, even before the lockdowns. All we did is to ensure that there is enough resources financially, human-wise, to weather the storm, because I was under impression that we will also lose the same percentage of sales from our customers because they stopped working. And the key for us was to make sure that there is enough resources to run for 12 months to weather the storm, and then pick up all the potential businesses that will still survive. And hopefully when this moment comes, and I think we are in this up wave at the moment, we're seizing this opportunity. Fantastic.
So just taking us on to the next question, I suppose, quite nicely, is the wins that you've actually experienced since we went into lockdown, whether that was last year or this year or both?
Well, we've been lucky to be a software business. As you know, pretty much any IT company, any business that worked in software has managed to grow quite rapidly. And we managed to grow as well, but as a result of more people having to work from home. The work from home was possible for all the workers that used Sequoia ERP as a day-to-day operation. And they've practiced it even the years prior to that. So what happened was when everyone was forced to sit at home, no one was allowed to go out, businesses have realized that there are more employees that previously were off Sequoia ERP, and they needed to put them on. So that was the win for us, that businesses have actually increased, not reduced, they've increased number of licenses that they previously were buying from us. And that was win for Sequoia ERP.
Absolutely. And that's primarily because they're all working from home, or a lot of them are working from home?
yes, pretty much every office worker was capable to work from home. All they need to have is a mobile phone, some sort of centralized system, which Sequoia ERP is for their business.
Fantastic news. So what would you say the biggest sort of issues you've had to overcome then during that time?
The biggest issue was to overcome was not the, I wouldn't call it an issue. I think prior to the lockdowns, our customers have preferred to work like on face-to-face basis because they need to have this facial interaction, or maybe they were not prepared to work remotely. So for us, we've noticed that businesses have been forced to work from, remotely on virtual meetings, and they were open for us also not to visit them, not to spend hours and days sometimes to attend the meeting. Everyone has embraced virtual meetings. We have, you and I, we have this virtual meeting right now, which will probably not be possible in the days before the lockdowns, because we probably just didn't bump up into each other. But here we are. We're now speaking, and I think all our customers now are welcoming to have video call. You can even ask them, okay, can you turn on the video, show me around what's happening, and they are welcome to do this. And prior to the lockdowns, they were like, no, we don't want it. Come along, we'll speak.
Yeah, absolutely. It saves so much time as well, doesn't it, in terms of traveling?
A lot of money and time.
Good stuff. So have there been any changes that you've brought into Sequoia over the last sort of 18, 19 months or so? You're actually thinking, well, actually, that was a pretty useful change. So even though we're out of lockdown now, you're still going to continue doing what you've been doing.
We have been an efficient company before the lockdowns. We've been an efficient company during the lockdowns, and I hope we will remain an efficient company even after lockdowns. What we did realize is that we are now location independent business. We can be anywhere in the country, anywhere, and our employees can work anywhere in the world, and we can provide a first-class service to all our customers. And I think internet connection is the key. Hopefully, we will always have internet connection. I don't want to think about the worst case scenarios, but as far as we went, we've got like mobile dongles with a mobile internet connection. If mobile operator will start doing maintenance work, we've got a backup mobile internet connection, which I think is the key.
That's a really important point, actually, because I think we're so heavily reliant on it. Unfortunately,
yep.
You know, I was a bit concerned actually when we went into lockdown that Zoom was going to be heavily oversubscribed and they wouldn't be able to keep up with the demand and it would just crash, because I thought the demand is going to go up ridiculously. And actually, they did pretty well. There were a few teething issues, but it was quite impressive, actually. So, is there anything that you you had to do during lockdown to change the way the business was running that you think, actually, I wish I'd done that a bit sooner, really?
The sooner, I think, is face-to-face meetings where is a thing that I wish I could start earlier. So at first there was like a moment of peace, of quiet, when everyone was like waiting, sitting and waiting what's to come. All we did is just made sure that all our services up and running. We managed to keep up with the demands. We increased the capacity from the server side, and thanks God with the cloud solutions that we have from our data center providers who were capable to provide that. And yeah, we just in general we are stable and we're happy to onboard even more customers.
Fantastic. So what would you say? What would you say is the number one thing you've learned about yourself over the last 18 months, whether it's personally or in business?
I think ability to what we've learned, that we can make our customers operate even more efficient in the areas that we did not even expect. I think the lockdown has affected more our customers than ourselves, and they were like shooken up, especially when the travel restrictions were imposed and UK government has advised to stay at home. And the businesses have realized they needed more automation, more digitalization, more transformation. And when they come to us with a problem, say, Arthur, this is the problem, what is solution have you got? And then we start a conversation via virtual meetings, and they were happy to embrace it.
Wonderful, wonderful. So from a personal point of view, what was the sort of the first thing you did personally after you were allowed to come out of lockdown and do whatever the hell you wanted?
Yeah, well, when the lockdowns have ended, and hopefully we pass through the last lockdown and no more will come, what we did is just called our customers and let them know that we are there, we're looking after their back, and if they need us to come and visit them to have face-to-face conversation like we did in the old days, we are there for them. This offer is still on the table. They have this option and they're yet to use it, which means they have fully embraced virtual meetings, and we are now more efficient both from travel time to having this 15-20 minutes call conversations that in past we would have to book out at least half a day for travel, couple of hours there, travel to go back, and we no longer have that. We've become so efficient. Although a lot of people in the planet have been through a rough time, as a business, we are growing. Our customers have weathered the storm thankfully well, and we are there to protect them, and we are there to have either virtual meeting in person. And this is it. We just embraced the new normal.
Good stuff. Excellent. So final two questions I've got for you, Arthur. If your ideal customer is watching this right now, perhaps you could explain who your ideal customer is, what types of businesses, what types of roles do you work with as well within those businesses, and also how would you initiate a conversation with them, or what would be the first port of call?
Okay. We run an ERP software, which is enterprise resource planning solution, which means any company that has got a number of resources, number of employees, large teams to work with, we can have a conversation with them. The first question that a company can ask themselves: do they have an Excel file or spreadsheet where they do repetitive tasks to keep records and track changes, or if they collaborate in these Excel spreadsheets with other employees? You are our potential customer. Come along to us. We will detect patterns that you have, all the repetitive tasks in the Excel files or Microsoft Word documents files, any manual work that you have. Come to us. We will make your business to run more efficiently. As who's a deal customer, our technology is available to any size of the company. It could be a one-man band. It could be a multinational corporation. We'll work with any types of customers. You can always give me a call on my mobile, send me an email. We'll book a virtual meeting, and we'll discuss your business process. What is your workflow, and come up with the way to increase the efficiency. But to give you an idea of what we did so far, we've automated for some of the large corporations who work in the manufacturing sector, in commodity trading business, in facility management, anything to do with finance, complete procurement to payment process, allocating tasks to employees, tracking the progress, reporting KPIs at the end of the month. So anything, the world is your oyster. Bring your challenge to the table. We'll find the solution.
Fantastic. Yeah, I've noticed with my coaching clients, I would say that all of them could become more efficient, myself included, and that's why I've booked a meeting with you, Arthur, in a couple of weeks' time to have a look at my business as well. So everyone, and the way I look at it as well, Arthur, is times that we've only got 24 hours in a day, right? Whether you're Richard Branson, myself, yourself, we need to make the best of it. So if we can get more with the hours that we're given, why wouldn't we take advantage of that and try to work out a way of becoming more efficient? So I think what you're doing is absolutely fantastic. So thank you for that. So just out of interest, then, you did mention that people could get in contact with you. How best can they reach you then, Arthur?
I'm easy to reach person. Just call me on my mobile number, which is 079 583 12477, or email arthur@sequoiaerp.com, and I'll be there to talk to you.
Lovely. Well, it's been an absolute pleasure, Arthur, as always. Thank you so much for joining us, and catch up soon.
Thank you, Phil.
Take care. Bye-bye.